So trigonometry. So the chapter can be divided into two categories: trigonometry with right triangles. With right triangles means what you have been learning so far. It is so ca toa. This is only valid for right triangles. But what if the triangle is not right? As if not a right triangle. Triangles. What formulas of trigonometry can we rely on? That is the concept. So that is about chapter number 8. So there are two formulas. I mean, as far as your syllabus is concerned. So sine law and cosine law in triangles.
From your calendar, turn the lights on. Start in 15 minutes.
Alexa is
Alexa, stop.
wow. Okay. How many do you have of those in house?
Three. Three.
Okay, okay. What do you mainly use it for? Anyways, so sine law and cosine law. So there are only two formulas for this chapter. Sine law is, see, if it is not a right triangle, let's pick a random triangle like this. So let's say this is a triangle ABC. This is called obviously angle A. This is angle B, angle C. Okay. There is a sign notation when it comes to denoting the sides. See, AB is represented by small c. Small c, not capital C. Why it is small c? Because you see the side to this side, the vertex opposite is
C.
so that is why it is named as small c. So for this is the opposite side, right?
Yeah.
So can you guess what is AC called?
B. Lowercase b.
Yeah, lowercase b, right there. Those two sides also, right? Hmm. Hmm. That is A, opposite to vertex A. So if you understand this much, there is only another task which is left. Let's say sine law formula is A upon sine A. A upon sine A. Small a means the side upon sine of angle. Capital A means angle. Okay. The bottom formula B is equal to B upon sine B. Can you guess the third one?
C upon sine C.
That's it. This is the sine formula. Okay.
And it's the opposite if we're finding the other thing.
You mean the cosine law?
No, I know there's one. My teacher, I remember like she had this, and then she also had sine A over A, and then equals sine B over B.
I mean, it's the same thing. If you look at it carefully, if you flip this, everything else flips. This one and I mean these two also flip. So it's like sine A by A, sine B by B, sine C by C. Same thing. Actually, it is not that, what do we say, creative, right? Same thing. So this is the most popular one in order to study. It's like improvised one. So that's about sine law. So that formula is important. The next one is cosine law. Okay. Cosine law means there is a formula for cosine. Same, if I pick a random triangle ABC. So if I write the small c, small b, and small a, right? So pick an angle between these three, A, B, and C. Let's say angle B. So cosine law says that cosine of choose an angle. Let's say angle B, okay, or cos B. It is the same thing. The formula for cos B will be okay. See, apart from B, what are the sides left? A and C.
AC.
So the formula will be coming something like A square plus C square. A square plus B square, C square minus this main angle B square upon 2AC AC product. That's it.
And it will always be AC or depending on which angle you pick.
It depends on the angle. If it is B, product will be AC. Apart from B,
Okay.
A
And if it's B, it'll be, if it's C, it'll be AB, and if it's A, it'll be BC.
That's it, correct. So now can you run the
Okay.
formula for cos C? Write it, right? That's it. This is correct. So if you look at the diagram carefully, this is the diagram. So let's say we are choosing cos C, right? So instead of labeling this vertices A, B, C and small a, small b, small c, so the way to use the formula is if you choose cos C will be equal to A square plus B square. How do we choose A and B means? It's like this is the angle. So the sides, adjacent sides, sum of adjacent side square minus opposite side square upon 2 into product of adjacent. Do you understand?
No.
Let's say the question, let's say it is like this. Scroll down.
Yeah.
Let's say this is 30 degrees. Let's say 5, and this is 9. So this is x. The question will be asked like find the value of x using Pekan formula. What to do?
I have to do, but there's a variable, so it would be like 5 squared plus 9 squared minus x squared over 2 times 5 plus 9.
5 times 9.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So basically if you choose this angle, the formula will be adjacent side square, sum of adjacent side square, 5 square plus 9 square minus opposite side x square.
Okay. And I just keep solving until I get x equal.
So this was equal to cos of what?
C x x.
Cos of angle, okay. X is this certain length. Just like 5, just like 9, x is a side length.
Okay, so I have to do angle x.
See, what angle did you choose actually?
To find? Oh, 30, 30. It would be cos 30.
Now to fill this bracket with like this, cos of 30 degrees. So this value can be found by using calculator. Okay, cos of some angle, they are allowed, right? Calculators.
Yeah.
Cos of 30, directly put it. How much is cos of 30? Okay, let's say for convenience it is cos of 60 degrees. This question.
It's 0.5.
Yeah, so yeah, 60 degrees. So 0.5. So 0.5 is equal to, how much is this?
It would be 106 minus x squared over 90.
90. What now?
Mm,
See, when equation is given, cross product. Cross product. So this 90 goes up.
So it'd be 0.5 times 90, which is 45,
This should
equals 106 times x squared.
106 minus x square
Oh, yeah.
into 1 times 1
Why? Oh, because we did it twice?
times 1, not twice 1. Times. Like there is a 1 here, right? 1.
And would that make a difference if I add it or not?
What adding?
If I add the 1, like, times 1, would it make a difference?
Multiplied by 1. It doesn't make a difference, so you can directly write
So I
it.
don't have to add it?
No need to multiply that.
Okay.
So you keep it as it is, that is also fine. Instead of multiplying with 1. So 45 is equal to 106 minus x square. Now what? See, when you are solving for variable x, okay, try to make it alone. Try to isolate that. So this is actually constrained with 106. So we have to, the first objective should be to get rid of this 106.
Yeah.
So what is the sign of 106?
What is the what?
What is the sign of 106? Positive or negative?
Sine 106 is 0.9.
It's not trigonometry sign. Is it positive or negative?
Oh, it's positive.
Positive. So you have to, now to get rid of that,
Oh, that's just type. Yeah, okay.
subtract.
So it would be negative 61 equals negative x squared.
So we are trying to make this x alone as much as possible. So there is also negative associated, right?
Yeah.
So
So that.
take out negative sign.
Oh, since they're both similar. Okay.
So 61 is equal to x square. But the value which we need to find is what?
X,
X is equal to now what?
61.
X square was 61.
Oh, do I square root it?
Square becomes square root. Okay?
Yeah.
This is the answer.
So,
So you use
so
formula. Even when these are not mentioned in the question. The K, A, B, C, P, Q, R. Right?
yeah.
That is the way. Okay, let's go to page number 2. So that is about cosine law. What if we consider the same triangle? Okay. The previous triangle. The angle is 60 degrees. This was 5, this was line, this was root 61. So they are asking, let's say this is my x now, x degrees. Find x degrees using sine law. Try to recall the formula.
Oh, it was A over normal A over sine uppercase A. And then B over sine B and then C over sine C.
See how is it means? It should be root 61 upon sine of 60 degrees. So the side length divided by sine of angle. Sine of opposite angle is 60 degrees. Okay.
Yeah.
Should be equal to
X
X is the
over
angle this time, not the side length.
okay.
Pi
Oh,
upon
so it'd be 5 over X then.
sine of x degrees. Sine of the angle.
Okay.
And then the third one, it is not much given, so we ignore that. So that's it. If equal to sign is there, what do we need to do?
Cross multiply.
Yep, cross product. So what happens now?
Yeah. So if I do first I do sine 60, which is 0.86. 0.86 times 5. So 4.3 equals
Times 5. So that should be equal to
0. What did I say? I said
0.86 into 5, right?
yeah.
This should be
I said 4.3.
4.3. That is fine. We can write it in the next step. What else?
Yeah. And then the square root of 61 is 7.8. So I can do 7.8 times. So I can just do 7.8.
Okay. So 7.8 times
Sine x.
into sine x. Okay.
Yeah.
So remember, we are trying to solve for what? Do you remember?
X. The x degree. X. Yeah. Angle.
So x value, right? So we have to try to make it alone. So
Yeah.
start from the outer. First, it is being multiplied with
7.3 and then multiplied with 5.
5 is on the other side. We don't care about that.
Oh, okay, okay.
7.8 is multiplied, right?
Yeah.
So you have to get rid of 7.8 by
Dividing on both sides.
like this.
So then it would be sine x equals 0.55.
Like this, right?
Yeah.
How much?
0.55.
0.55. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
step is a bit crucial. Sin x is equal to 0.55.
Yeah.
Our objective is to find sine, right?
Yeah.
There is a method. X will be equal to sine inverse of 0.5.
0.55. Okay.
So sine inverse of this.
So that would be 33.36.
Yeah. round it 33.3 degrees.
Okay.
So this is how questions can be done. So in the last step, if sin x was 0.55, there is a button in the calculator, sine inverse, cos inverse.
Yeah.
Directly use that. So sine inverse,
Yes.
this value on the right, 0.55.
Okay. Okay.
Emil, that's it. So that is about questions on sine law. That's about questions on cosine law.
Okay. Can we do real life problems? Because that's basically what my test is. Like all my tests have been like real life problems. Just away from the south. The tower and the monument are separated by the distance of 7.0 kilometers along the flat ground. Find the angles of which the pilot is viewing the water tower and the monument to the nearest degree.
So question would have been difficult if they didn't give us this diagram.
Yeah.
But just read the question and just verify if the diagram is correct. Okay.
Okay.
So helicopter is flying. Helicopter is below. Spots a water tower that is 4.8 kilometers away. Water tower.
Okay.
So 4.8 kilometers away from helicopter.
Yeah.
Away to north means in this direction.
Yeah.
At the same time, 5.6 kilometer away. Monument is 5.6 kilometer away south. Like this.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, to be more precise, it's like southwest,
Yeah.
but still south. And next is tower and monument are separated.
By 7 kilometers. Yeah.
So the diagram is appropriate. If you join these 3 points, you get a triangle. So angles at which the pilot is viewing the water tower and monument. So can you highlight that angle first?
Which angle?
The question what they are asking.
Find the angle at which the pilot is viewing the water tower.
Where is that angle in the diagram?
That one?
That's it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. What formula to use?
Cosine law?
Cosine law. Because it is side dominated. In cosine formula, you see something side square plus something side square minus side square upon.
Minus something squared over, yeah.
So this is side dominated. The formula is. So this is perfect for this question. So can you try it?
Yeah. So if I'm finding, can I label the sides?
I mean, no need to label the sides. Try to do it without that. We just.
But I have no angle, so what do I put in beside that?
See, if you don't know the angle, why don't you assume as x degrees? Some variable x degrees.
And then I'm just confused on which side lengths to use.
See, where is the angle x degrees?
In between 4.8 and 5.6.
So yeah. See, in the formula you have to add two sides like this, right?
Yeah.
So which two sides are they?
4.8, 5.6?
Yeah, the one which are just side by side.
Closest? Okay.
Side by side. Minus opposite side square.
Okay.
So 1.2 means what? 7.
Sorry?
7.0 means what? It is 7.
Yeah.
Next 2 into. Now it's a bit simple. Calculator.
Do I do solve top and then bottom, or like both at once?
Yeah, you can solve this much first and then write here and then divided by this value.
Okay. Okay. And then I'll do 5.4 divided by 53.76.
Zero 0.1.
Yeah.
So x will be how much?
Okay, so now I do inverse, so then it would be
How much? Okay. That is the answer.
yeah.
Start reading the question.
A person on the ground is directly between two helicopters that fly towards each other at the same altitude, so the same height. The first helicopter is 2.0 kilometers away from the observer at the angle of elevation of 30 degrees, while the second helicopter is 3.5 kilometers away. Round answer to the nearest tenth of a kilometer.
If necessary. So parts
So
of
if the person is here, the first helicopter is here.
okay, try it. 30 degrees is this angle. So and 2 is this side.
Also, is the opposite.
Hmm.
Okay.
Upon this angle should be equal to 3.5 upon 30 degrees.
Okay.
This side upon this angle.
So then it would be 3.5 over sine 30, and it equals 2.2 over sine x.
2.0 upon sine x.
Okay.
So this will be the angle x.
Okay.
See how far apart means this is the distance. Far apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we don't need this angle, right?
No.
The first part is draw the diagram. Okay, done. Label the known information. That is also done. Okay. How far apart means this is the answer which we need to find.
Yeah.
Question. And what is their altitude? Altitude.
The height.
Here is the ground. Height. Both helicopters are same altitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we don't really need this angle actually.
Okay.
So what do we need actually?
So can we just use a distance formula?
See, if you write this side a bit here, it will be more convenient.
But that one is more farther away, that's why.
See, farther away, right?
Yeah.
Distance between the person and the helicopter. This is the distance.
Yeah. So wouldn't 3.5 have to be more farther away than 2.0?
No. 2 kilometers away from who? Observer.
Yeah. The first length of the.
Yeah, 2 kilometers away, like this. This length is 2.
Oh.
So just bring this. Like this. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the side which we need to find. X.
Okay.
So which formula is appropriate?
Sine. Wouldn't you use sine to find the distance?
See how many angles are there? Sine involves multiple angles. Sine formula.
Oh, sine is cosine.
Yeah, there are two alternatives, right? So sine, if the
Yeah.
multiple angles, then sine will be favorable. But this question is also side dominated.
Okay. So then
Three
cosine.
sides are already given. One angle is also given. So cosine of which angle to choose? Cos of what? Use the formula.
Cos of x.
The x is the side length, okay?
Yeah.
Cos of angle. Which angle in this triangle?
30.
Only 30 is given, right? So cos of 30 should be
Yeah.
equal to, right there, cos 30 equal to. Formula is what?
The opposite of 30 is 3.5. So 3.5,
3.5?
3.5 squared.
See, no. First, add this side by sides. X and 2. So x square plus 2 square. You understand?
No.
Side square. The sides which are side by side to this 30 degrees.
X and 2.0.
Yeah. So x square plus 2.0 square.
Okay. X squared plus 2.0 squared minus 3.5 squared. So then now I have two x's.
Yeah. So basically it's a quadratic equation. So how much is cos 30?
Cos 30 is 0.86.
So what to do now? Equation means
0.86 equals
hmm. Yeah.
equals x squared plus x squared minus 8.25.
8.25.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, 8.25 upon.
So if I distribute, it would be 2x.
Into
2x plus 4.
2x into 2. 2 into 2 is 4.
Yeah, so 4x.
4 times x. So now what?
I don't know how to get rid of 2x values.
First, before we worry about that, the general method is this cross product, right?
Cross multiply, okay.
So
So it would be 8.6, 0.86 times 4x equals x squared minus 8.25. 8.25.
now bring all terms to the other one side. So first, how much is this? 0.86 into 4?
So I just subtract it on both sides.
Yeah. How much is 0.86 into 4?
It's 3.44.
Hmm.
So it'd be 3.844 squared plus, sorry. Would it just be 4 squared equals x squared minus, or I'm subtracting the whole thing on both sides?
Yeah, subtracting this thing on both sides.
So then it would be x minus,
So this will get rid of, correct?
yeah,
So bring all
both of them.
Yeah. This right multiplication. That
Yeah.
yes.
But then if I already have one x value, wouldn't that just make it x?
This is not x, okay? This is multiplication.
No, but we have x here and we have an x there.
So it is a quadratic, right? Ax square. We also have bx plus c. Do you understand? Ax square, bx. There will be x square. There will be x. So I'll write it here. First, how much is this? 0.86 into 4?
3.44.
Yeah, so subtracting that, right? So x square minus 3.44x minus 3.44x and then minus 8.25, right?
Yeah.
Is equal to 0. So now you have to use quadratic formula to find x. This is a quadratic equation. You remember the quadratic formula? Minus b plus or minus. First write ABC values. What are ABC?
A is 1. B is 3.44.
Minus 3.44.
Oh, and minus 8.25.
And then use this quadratic formula, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll stop here. I have another class now, okay?
Okay.
So far we have solved various examples also with the diagram, without diagram, things like that. So
Yeah.
consider the chapter done. So if you want more practice, we can continue with classes. Otherwise, let me know, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Bye.